everyone. Good evening.
Evening,
and
everybody.
welcome to our Friday night service. Our Tony is doing the decks for us tonight. He's doing the tech bit because he's lost his voice. Bless him. He cannot talk. So I'm afraid you've just got Jean and I tonight. But Tony is going to be backstage. Could I please ask you all to send healing to both Jean and Tony as well?
And you've got a bad back.
Yeah, I know. I never think about myself.
Can I just say I'm so sorry about yesterday. We know Tony's not well, he's lost his voice, but I got a phone call saying district nurse were coming. So I sat waiting for her. So I couldn't do the service with Irene in case district nurse come while I were doing it. So I do apologise.
It's all right, love. We totally understand. We are going to do our normal service. And like I say, Tony is behind the scenes tonight with Michael. So if we get anything or anybody that shouldn't be doing or saying things, I'm sure that they'll sort it out. In the meantime, Jean and I will carry on regardless. Jean, would you like to open in prayer and me close, or?
No, you can open and then I'll close because I do my song, don't I?
Okay, then. Right. Well, without further ado, we'll do what we normally do. Open prayer, Lord's Prayer. Then I'll do a poem. Then we'll do the service, and then we'll take it from there. So can we bow our heads, please, friends? Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you for this wonderful service this evening. Could we please ask that the veil be lifted between the two worlds for this short time, and our families, friends, guides and helpers bring forth messages from Spirit from our loved ones to proof of love of life everlasting. Could we ask for healing to go out in the world, Lord? You know where it's needed most, and special healing for our Tony and our Jean, and for all those who are suffering. And could we please say a special prayer for Sarah whatever her name is, the lady that's just got murdered, Lord, for her family to be able to, in time, understand what's happened. Could we ask for food for the hungry and a bed for the homeless, Lord? And at the end of this service, we will leave this service in your hands and hand it all back to you. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Ah, bless. Right. Now then, I've been searching for this one.
And for the young boys run over near Roswell Park.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, wow. Oh, yes, and those as well. Oh, bless. Up the road from. Oh, what a shame. Bless them. Oh, gosh. It's awful, isn't it, what goes on out there? Right, I've sorted this one out. I've been promising this one for you for a while, Jean. But I misplaced it, but I found it again when I was going through. And it's called Being a Social Worker. Oh. Just for you. You will never be bored. You will always be frustrated. You will be surrounded by challenges, so much to do and so little time. You will carry immense responsibility and very little authority. You will step into people's lives and you will make a difference. Some will bless you, some will curse you. You will see people at their worst and at their best. You will never cease to be amazed at people's capacity for love, courage, and endurance. You will see life begin and end. You will experience resounding triumphs and devastating failures. You will cry a lot. You will laugh a lot. You will know what it is to be human and to be humane.
Thanks God. I have had some yes thrown at me and all.
Yeah. Well, again, it's one of those that's author unknown, but I just thought I've been promising you that one for a while, so I thought I'd read it out for you tonight.
Thank you.
So, right. Oh, thank you, Tisha Duncan. Tisha says amazing prayers and poem. Thank you, sweetheart. That's lovely. You know how we work, so we will get on. If there's anything you want to ask or anything, I'm sure that we can get through it. So without further ado, Jean, have you got a link?
I haven't, yes, Duck, have you?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh,
So
well, hang on then.
well,
Somebody's
no,
just...
it doesn't matter because we can always have a bit of a chat, can't we? But oh,
No,
you'll have to
I'll
excuse
get a
me.
link in a minute. Come on, sweetheart. Right. I have got a lady come in, so we'll be all right. Because I've got a lady, I would say, I like to see her. I know she's quite rounded, bless her, as she's coming in. And I know we're going back with a nan on that tap. I know it's a motherly instinct, but I do know it's either a nan or a mum. Quite rounded, bless her. Where she's dressed, we are looking back a while because she's got the pinny on, as I can see her. But it's not just the pinny what goes round the waist. It's one what goes up and round the shoulders and ties. She's got one of those on, so we are going back a while with this. She's showing me where she would be at the sink, and it's sink I've always wanted, one of those stone ones, what's square. She's making reference to this, and she's also saying that she just said, don't go up to cemetery on Mother's Day. So somebody would be thinking about going to, oh, I've lost my page now for comments, just bear with me a sec. As they don't need to go, will they keep them in the house for themselves? So it'd be somebody what I'd be looking at going up to cemetery, and she's saying no, keep them myself. I'm sorry for not looking. It's just that I've lost all my comments. And she's this type of lady. She's giving so much love to the family, and there's an extended family as well. So I do know there's the immediate family, and there's also an extended family. I don't know if this lady would have been married twice, or she's referring to somebody who's been married twice on the earth plane, because she's making reference to 2 wedding rings here. Okay. All right, darling. I don't, she's saying, oh, sounds like my great grandma. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. It's Trisha, isn't it? Right.
Tisha.
Tisha. Right, can I work with you then, darling? Because she's just coming in with this, sweetheart, and she's fetching all this love in as well. Oh, well, she's been hearing everything you've been talking about then, love. Okay, she's been around you. She's bringing that love as well, and she's making reference to the. I don't know if you would have all got together, Duck, on Sunday. You know, I know you wouldn't have with your great grandma, but if you would have got together as a family on the Sunday, if it was possible, because she says you're very much like her in a lot of ways. You like to keep the family together and stable if possible. She's making reference to, sweetheart, as she's coming in. She's talking about a young child on the earth plane, a younger one. She's making reference to a sweetheart. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl at the moment. I'll find out. But she's just said, I don't want to. Let me just think how I can reframe it. Can be a bit. I hope she'll not be able to see, will she? Can be a bit outspoken. Oh, someone forgot it was Mother's Day. Can be a little bit outspoken, sweetheart. Nothing nasty, but it's all part of growing up. That's what she's making reference to. It's all part of growing up, sweetheart. If you can understand that, as she's fetching it in. I do know that I don't know my flowers, sweetheart, so I'll just give you all the colour, because all that colour means a lot, all the brightness and all the upliftment. I do know that I do understand this lady would have liked the spring months anyway, because she likes the outdoors, and she's making reference to that. And she said she used to stand at a gate or something, sweetheart, and talk to the neighbours. She liked that communication with other people. All right, Jacqueline, you listening as well? She liked to talk to the neighbours and have a natter, sweetheart, okay? She says kettle was always on. So if people wanted to come for a cup of tea, they could, feel free. She's making, right, thank you. She's just said, but you're saying if you could have had the kettle on, you would have had the kettle on for all your friends as well. Okay, so you're very similar to this lady in a lot of ways. I don't know if you know that, but you're very sociable and you're very talkative to other people. But what she's, thank you. But you're the same, sweetheart. She's so saying how much you're like her, because you would have fetched people back when kids wherever, and you'd have people back at your house. And this is just how she's making reference to this. Can I say, sweetheart? All right, Jacqueline, love, keep listening in. And she's also making reference, sweetheart, that there's a birthday in the month of May. I've got a birthday in the month of May, and I'm going round about all right, no, I got that wrong. About the 7th of a month. About the 7th of a month. I'm not saying it's 7th of May, but she's talking about the 7th. And I've also got an anniversary as well, darling, in the month of July and the month of August. And you've got one at the end of the year. And I don't know if we're looking at the end of November, the beginning of December, but I know we're going to end it year with this as well, sweetheart. She's fetching it in. You wanting? Right, that's fine. Brilliant. As long as you can understand them, sweetheart, that's what counts. Oh, bless you. And I don't know if she's on about a coat, darling. So I don't know if you've been looking at getting rid of some coats, or if you're looking at buying a new summer top, a new summer jacket, because she's talking about coats. So can you please understand why she's on about the coats? Or you might have got to when, but she's mentioning coats, sweetheart, all right? She's fetching this in. Can I also give you, all right, darling, you're going a bit too fast for me now. She's got in and she's going a bit too fast. I do know, right, thank you. I just know she's on about coats, darling. But she has said that you do need a clear out anyway. Can you understand that? You're getting rid of, all right, Jacqueline Duck. I'm still, if you're with me, still keep there. But she's saying that you're looking at getting a clear out anyway, darling. Getting rid of all the old stuff. I don't know if you're going to put it to charity or what you're doing, but she's talking about clearing everything out. You've got, I don't know if it's a handle in your bedroom drawer. Too many. I don't know if you've got an handle or a knob on your bedroom door, sweetheart. What's a bit loose? Because she's making reference to this. And that's when I said you need to clear out, because she's saying if you don't clear the drawer as well, the bottom of the drawer will collapse because you put everything in it. All right, we've all got a cupboard or a drawer where we bang everything in and keep stuff out of way. We've all got one of them. And she's talking about that, sweetheart, okay? This lady's just fetched in that her legs swelled, sweetheart. Right, thank you. She's making reference, this lady, to her legs what swelled, sweetheart. And I don't know if it were water retention, because I'm not medical or what, but she said her legs and her feet swelled. She couldn't get shoes on. She's talking about this as well. Okay. Can you understand if someone's trapped a finger or knocked a finger up? Because she's talking about, that's fine, as long as you can understand it, sweetheart, that's important. Can you understand where somebody would have trapped the finger or knocked the finger up within the last few days? I'm not saying what words would have come out, because at first I said, were it a toe? And she's, no, it were a finger. Right. Can you, so you can understand, darling, I'm not saying it were really bad language, but you can understand where it come a bit colourful, because she's talking about that, because she shared everything. But you have sensed this lady, all right, darling? She says you have sensed her around. You don't know just how much she has been around you lately, because you do need that at a minute, darling. Okay. Oh dear, been it was a bit. She has been around you, and you are. She says, I don't know if she has sensed me, but I have tried to let her know that I'm there. Okay, and you can understand. Or another one around Michael. Somebody sings in the shower or in the bath. Michael does. I've heard him in Caravan. but you can understand somebody where somebody sings in the shower or the bath, because she's making reference to this as well. All right. I know she's been around you, darling, because you do need it. But she's just said, keep that smile on your face. Keep laughing. I don't mean if you've hurt yourself or your sister, but keep laughing. And she's just said, the gentleman's there. So you can understand where a gentleman's with her, whether it's your granddad or an uncle or a brother or something. But she says, the gentleman's with me.
Tony, what you like?
So there's a gentleman with a darling. I want to give you, and she's making reference to children, so I do know. Oh, bless you. This has not helped her now with everything with lockdown. Go on, but you just say no. I've lost my train. Oh, she said, that's it. Can you keep smiling, sweetheart? Because you've got that lovely smile. Keep smiling. And I do know that some days, I don't know if they've had the earache recently or they have problems with the ear, because she's making reference to this. Just watch out for a little blow on your face or a little cobweb, because she's going to give you a kiss. And when you're in bed, she's going to hold your hand. She says, just feel, I don't want to scare you. If you feel her and you don't like it, just ask her to leave and she will. But she's going to hold your hand, darling, and she's going to help you try to soothe some of that anxiety and everything. We're not medical, but your loved ones and your friends in spirit know what you're going through, and they're the best to help you. All right, darling. I hope you can understand all that, sweetheart. Jacqueline, take what you can, darling, as well. All right. And I'm going to leave this lady's love with you, and the gentleman who didn't get a word in, but is with her. Okay, thank you. Oh, the babies. Sorry, she's just said you haven't finished. The babies. There's babies in the spirit world, darling. Whether they went in the womb or things happened later, but there's babies. All right, sweetheart. And I've got to give you a big kiss. Bless you.
Hi, Tisha. I've got the gentleman, because as Jean was talking to you, he just come and he said, can I have my say now? I couldn't get in. Bless him. The gentleman comes round you, sweetheart, and he's just wanting to put his arms around you and give you a great big hug. And he says that you've been such you were such a help to them both when they was here, but now he's just wanting to give you a great big hug, Tish, and he's just wanting to let you know that everything's okay, and that he is also with you, but he watches rather than does. He was a watcher rather than doer, but you know that you could go to him at any time, and he comes with so much kindness and so much love for you, sweetheart. And he's saying, just keep going on the way that you're going and you will get there. He knows about the anxiety that you're suffering, sweetheart, and he just wants you to stay calm and don't take other people's problems on your shoulders, sweetheart, because you do tend to do that, darling. You tend to listen to everybody else and take their things onto your shoulders, and there's no need. Just, listen to them, but don't take it on. Let them know that they've told you, yeah, okay, that's fine, and just breathe. That's what it's saying, because you're taking too much else on yourself, on your shoulders, sweetheart, and because of the anxiety. And he's talking also about I don't know if it's you or somebody around you, but he's talking about somebody who has depression. And you don't need, if it is you, Tisha, you don't need to add to it, sweetheart. Okay. So try and distance yourself if you can. Talk to people, that's fine. Just don't take on their problems, darling. And you understand. He's not telling me what it is or why he's saying that, but you know why. So, and he also comes in visitation, darling. And sometimes you'll think that you've seen him and you'll blink and you think that you haven't seen anything, but it is this gentleman. Oh, you know who that is. That's absolutely fine, sweetheart. Okay. But again, like the lady, it's a shorter message, but he just wants to let you know that he was around you as well, darling, and that you're not on your own. You are really not on your own. They are there for you, darling. Okay. If you saw someone, Tisha, that would be this gentleman trying to get. Oh, bless. Don't be scared of
Don't
him.
be
He's not there.
scared.
He's not there to hurt you, darling. He's coming. He's coming with love, and he's coming to just let you know that he's around you. That's all. Our spirit family will not hurt us in the bathroom. Oh, bless.
Tell him not to come in the
Well,
bathroom to get out.
yeah, yeah. Tell him not. He can come in, but not in your bathroom, sweetheart. That is your private place. Okay. Uh, but that's absolutely fine, darling. As you know, and sometimes you might feel him touch your face or your hair or something, or even just sort of touch a picture or move something, and it's just this gentleman trying to get your attention. But please don't be scared of them. They're a lovely couple, and they just want the best for you, and they're coming to try and help you in the only way they can. And I'm going to say good night and God bless, and leave all his love with you. And thank you for working with us. What a lovely couple. He
Yeah.
was absolutely beautiful.
Have you got another link? Because I've got this gentleman with me.
You go, darling. It's all right.
Are
You
you
go.
sure?
Yeah.
Because I've got a gentleman, bless him. He didn't go to a right old age, and he's lent on a bar. He's showing me he's lent on a bar. You're welcome, Trisha. And Jacqueline, take what you can, darling, because I just noticed you said you could
Yes.
take
Take.
it as well. So
Yeah.
please take it. Right, this gentleman. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got this gentleman. He didn't go to an old age. I'm no good with ages, but he's probably gone 50, 60. I'd be shocked if he's gone above 65 onwards, because I don't feel that at all. But he's lent on a bar, so I don't know if he owned the bar or he just helped and stood the bar up, because he's just making me laugh, and he's the right character. He's got no hair, bless him, but he says that was his choice. So he's got no hair. Quite, I wouldn't say he's overweight, but quite, oh, can I say it? Yeah. It's dumpy, bless him. I won't say we're very tall neither. Not very tall, not where I'm looking at him where he's lent. All right, he's got a pint in his hand and a cig in another hand, and he's just laughing away. And he says he got on with absolutely everybody. He says, and even when he were in pub, he says if folk were said about anybody, he'd go and help him out. But he did like a game of darts, so I know he liked a game of darts, and he was very sociable to everybody. He had time to say hello, how are you, and things like that. Can anybody understand a gentleman like this, please? But I'm singing as well. I know this sounds. Well, I'm sorry, Tony, but I didn't know how to put it. Bless him. He said I didn't mind. But this is I'm getting that song as well. You know where I rode my bicycle past your window last night. So I
Oh,
do know
yeah.
he's a comedian. I do know this gentleman's a bit of a comedian, because where he's going and what things he's on about. Can anybody understand a gentleman like this, please?
With that song, Jean, it could be something to do with farming, because
You
the
got an age,
song.
Jean. I'm not quite 100%, Paul, love. I would have said probably, I don't know anything. I'm going about 50-ish. I won't go, he's not gone too old. He might be a bit younger, but it's just the way he stood at the bar what's making me laugh, Paul. I'm not very good at ages, and I don't want to make them sound older than what they are, and then them have a go at me later. It could be younger, sweetheart, I don't know. But if you can just listen in then and see if you can understand this gentleman, that's fine. Because he's here and he's just having a rattle, and he's just saying that he got on with everybody. He's here to support somebody on the earth plane, and he's trying to. Oh, come on then, darling. I'm going to say, as he's saying it, there's somebody on the earth plane at the moment who's trying to come down and help. Always getting themselves in a bit of a in a muddle. This is, you're welcome. In a bit of a muddle, sweetheart, and they're turning to wrong things. Because I'm getting as though I'm picking a glass up, and he's saying that's the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do. So he's making reference to that, darling. Okay, so I hope, can anybody understand this?
Paul says it could be his stepbrother. He was a dart player, and that young guy who came to you last week. But we
Right.
don't remember messages, do we, from weeks
I
from
don't
week ago?
remember very well.
No.
Unless they come back to me. But I do know he's saying that he's getting himself right down. But if it is for you, Paul, please listen, because he's saying that he's turning himself wrong. So if you can understand where somebody on the earth plane at the minute don't know where to turn from head to toe or what they're doing, you know, they're having a drink and they shouldn't, it can be sorted. So I hope you can understand this, love, because I haven't got a clue who it is for. Can anybody else take this as well as Paul thinks he can? Can anybody else, please? I do know this gentleman would have a tattoo. He might have more, but he's making reference to a tattoo. So I do know that there's this as well that's comes out. And I do know, I'm not saying he would have been over the top with jewellery, but he is making reference to a necklace. He would have had a necklace that is making reference to that as well. Are you still there, Paul, darling? Is it
Yeah.
not the one? Paul, you'll be fine, darling. You've got Tony to talk to. You can always ring me, and you've got the friends on Facebook you can talk to. I know it's different, darling, but you have got that support there. So don't be afraid to pick the phone up and just speak to one of us. I'm sure you know you've got a lot of friends who can support you and help you through. I know a lot of us haven't gone through and lost a partner, darling, like you have, but some have. So please don't be afraid. Don't sit there and feel down. Just pick the phone up. And Tony will listen. He can't say a lot at the minute, but he will listen.
And I'm here as well, Paul. I'm here
Please
as well,
don't sit there. But anyway, let's get on with this message. I just wanted to reassure you, Paul, that don't get yourself in that state. We're here for you. All right, love. So right, we'll go on.
Samantha Love says, has he got an accent?
Is this gentleman's there, and he's saying that it's just a comic. It's just a comic. He's still on about a push bike. There's got to be something to do with a push bike, because he's fetched the push bike back in. I don't know if he liked to ride a push bike, or when they were younger, he might have been drunk and fell off a push bike on the way from pub or what. I don't know. But there's something to do with a push bike. But I do know the tattoo. He's showing me the tattoo, but I can't make reference to what it is. Okay, and then there's the chain. Samantha, I don't know if he's got an accent, Doug. I couldn't tell you because I can hear him, but I couldn't be able to tell you if he has or not. But if you want to listen, if you think it's for you, speak up as well, Doug, because that's the only way I get a connection, if I know who's what. All right, I know he would have had. He's making me laugh because he says, "Oh, I like an hamstring," so I know he got a chubby face. All right. Oh, and he's just said he liked a bag of pork scratchings. Sorry for any vegetarians. I do apologise. But he says he liked a bag of pork scratchings. He's there to give support, Paul. So if it is for you, darling, he's there to give you support. Okay. All right. I do know I've got the summer flowers, which I'm good here, Tony, because I know what to. No, you've put me off now. What's nice smelly things in your kitchen? You're doing a plant pot.
Hyacinths, yeah.
Yes, I can smell them, so I know that means something as well. And I also can understand where somebody was going to do a memorial, or they have got one and they're adding things to it. Okay, because they're making reference to that as well. Okay, there's the birthday. I think I've just missed a birthday, so there must have been a birthday what's just gone, because he says I've just missed a birthday.
Anne Warren says she can take most of it as well.
Who can?
Anne Warren. And Tony
That's
says
fine.
go to the top of the class.
I know, that's because I can name a flower.
Yeah.
So I do know this as well. I do know I've missed a birthday, whoever it belongs to. And I do know that there's a birthday coming up within the month of April. And I've also got to go to the month of July and September. There's birthdays and an anniversary in the month of June. They're making reference to. So I do know that. Is Samantha still on? Samantha, are you still on, please?
Samantha Love.
Yes, if she's on, just click up Samantha. I've got something to say. And also there's that. I don't know if you've had a clear out, tidy things up, or you keep wanting to do it.
Right. Paul says it could be what he was doing for Lynn. He's got a plaque. Just a second, let me go. For doing a plaque in the garden.
On the 16th of March.
Yeah.
Just keep on a minute, Samantha. Don't cut off. I've got something. And then it's sending the love down here. Paul, can you understand, sweetheart, where there's been words recently? And your birthday in July. Don't tell me date. My birthday in April. Scott, are you related to Paul? Because I know Sophie is, isn't she?
I think Scott is his stepson, but I'm not sure.
Right, that's all right. I'm just
son.
To know.
Is
Son.
it Scott's his son?
Just
Yeah.
so I know, that's okay. Can I give you the 23rd of a month, please? Because they're talking about the 23rd of the month as well. Okay. I don't know if you're having a... Thank you, because I do know there's the words being spoken, darling. Okay. They've just mentioned that as well. Can I say, all right, sweetheart, that you're trying to get things together, Paul? You know, having a sort out and trying to get everything planned where you want everything now, love. Okay. But I've got to say they're there for you, sweetheart. Okay. I know it's only a short message and it's a bit jumbled at the moment, but it will come to you. All right. And I'm going to say night and God bless, because I just want to jump over to Samantha. Right, Samantha. I've come in with a ticking off. I'm sorry, but you're welcome, Paul, love. All right, you're so welcome. Samantha, love. Can I just say that this is my niece before anybody says, I know her, yes, I do, it's my niece, and I'm coming with a telling off, but it's not from me. Okay. And she'll know it's a relation of James's. I've got to say that. And I don't know what's going off, Samantha, but they're telling me I've got a lady coming in and I know is related to James. Okay. And I just don't know what's what, sweetheart, but she's saying it's like two heads want banging together. Things have got to get sorted, sweetheart. She says, you know what they are, I don't. You can't keep going on trying to be the middle. Just sort it out with him, Samantha, or just pull away and just say, look, sort it yourself. Do not get in the middle. I know I've got our David. David come last week as well, because it's anniversary of our David's birthday in June. I know that. Okay, sweetheart, he's coming in. And he's coming in. You can understand somebody as well, love, who's drinking. I'm going to say it straight with her like that. Somebody's drinking, sweetheart, okay? And they've got to cut it down because it's no good. All right? But pull away from the arguments. That's what you need to do. Can I just say to James that James isn't 100% at the moment, Samantha, because this lady's sending healing, darling. Okay, so that James needs some healing, darling, so they're sending that. But James is a very personal person, and he won't say exactly what's what, and he doesn't like confrontation. He'd rather sit in the back, sweetheart, not doing a lot. I don't know if he's with you, because if he was, I'd say put him on. But he'd rather sit in back and just let things ride over him. Well, he can't do. He's got to speak and say what he thinks, all right? Because it's getting too much, and I do feel some of it is with his side. I don't know James, and I don't know his family. I think I've only met him a couple of times. All right, darling, but as long as you can understand that, all right? Will you please, Michael's going to shoot me for this. James must have had something wrong with his mouth, his teeth or something, because they're giving me the pain, darling. within the jawline. So I don't know if he would have had a tooth, what needs taking out, or something like that, because they're fetching that in as well. And I don't, don't want to put links on anybody. And something wrong with the toilet. I'm not saying it's yours, it might be somebody where you go, but there's something to do with the toilet, though. I don't know if it's not flushing properly or it's filling up, something to do with the system, but I know there's something to do with the toilet they're making reference to. All right, they're just having a laugh with toilet. I don't, that's what they're saying, something to do with seat now. Don't know if seat fell down. Or, there's something with your toilet, darling. All right, with flushing. That's what I'm going with, because that's what they're saying. Can you all right. I'm Gina, you know, obviously I'm your auntie, but you can understand another Jean, Samantha. Keeps blocking, thank you. You can understand another Jean, darling. No, we don't do teeth, Michael, do we? But you can understand another Jean within the spirit world, love. Okay? And I've just got to fetch. I know you're divorced from Colton, but his mother's just jumped in, sweetheart. She's just jumped in, all right? And she's just saying the kids are brilliant. So she's just making reference to kids here. She said they're doing brilliant, all right? That's all she's jumped in for, just to say about the kids. But it's James mainly. It is concerns around James. I've got to say that with this lady, all right? So I hope you understand all this, James, because Samantha does, darling. And I don't know if you believe in spiritualism or what, but they're there for you. And they've said, I don't know if you're aware, Samantha, but James has been a bit upset late as well, because the thing's getting at top of him and he doesn't know what to do, but he's getting a bit upset and he hides things. Like I say, steps back and he hides things. All right. I've got to give you a wedding ring from the world of spirit as well, sweetheart. They're bringing that in. Okay. And there's also brush. They've just given me a brush. So you must be able to understand where somebody needs a brush or a brush would have been left. Oh, there you go. Samantha Michael's told you what to do. So bringing this in, darling. And I don't know if you're adding something to your garden. They're talking about your garden. And I've just got to give you some lilies, but the trumpet lilies, not the flat ones. I know these. Them trumpet ones, they have them at weddings. I've got to give you some trumpet lilies, sweetheart, okay? And I'm going to say, the night and God bless, and see if Irene's got anything for you. David's still about, so there's a reason.
I'm sorry, Samantha. I haven't got anything for you, darling. But I will say good night and God bless, sweetheart. I've got somebody here, and I want to go down south with them, and I want to go down to London because I'm getting the London songs. I'm getting the Lambeth Walk, and I'm getting, maybe it's because I'm a Londoner, and I'm getting the Cockney accents, the proper, true Cockney accents. So I've got somebody here, and I've got a lady here, and this lady is, she's not very tall, but she's not very small either. She was quite slim, this lady, when she passed to spirit. And she's, where from, sweetheart? Come on. Right, okay. She came from the London area, she's telling me, but she talks with a proper Cockney accent. So we're looking Bethnal Green all around there, where the sound of Bow Bells. And she's talking about being a nan, so it's Nana, and she's a lovely little lady. Honestly, she really is lovely, and she wants to speak to the family that's here with us tonight. She's aware of that there's something going on in the family, and she doesn't like it one little bit. This lady would have ruled the family with a rod of iron, even though she wasn't very big. When she said jump, you said how high. She's giving me the name of Fred or Freddie, and she's also giving me the name of Art or Arthur, because they used to say Art down in London many years ago. So those two, you can take this, Ricky. Thank you, sweetheart. Right. So you would understand this lady then, darling. Thank you very much. And she was really a rod of iron. She ruled the roost and everything. And if you had anything wrong with her, you would go to this lady. Um, and Tracy, your mother-in-law was born within the sound of Bow Bells as well, right? Okay. Well, listen in, Tracy, and you as well, Ricky, and we'll see where we go with it. This lady had one of those handbags that she had on her arm, and everybody used to go to her with all the ills and all the woes and everything. But she wasn't a gossip. She was your nan. Thank you, Ricky. That's lovely. Can you also, Ricky, then take me the name? She's just said Cecil or Cecilia. I can't quite hear, because even though this lady ruled the family, she didn't put herself out to shout. Whatever she said, it was said quietly. And if you just watch out, because she would put a foot down with a firm hand. She really would. She didn't like any nonsense, this lady, but she did love her family, and she loved her family dearly. And she's aware that there's somebody that is suffering at the moment with a little bit of depression, because she's making one side of my head go dark, sweetheart. So I hope you can understand that. And it's like I've got she's saying you've got to get out of the doldrums. You've got to really try and bring yourself up. She's aware as well that there's been other. Right, that's absolutely fine, Ricky. That's not a problem at all. Don't worry about it. As long as you can take the rest of it, the names aren't important at this moment in time. What she's come to say is that she wants you to know that she comes around you, and she's with you, and she's trying to help you, if you understand that. She knows uh that you are working, doing your own thing with the wood. And she's giving you a big double thumbs up, and she's saying good on you for doing it, and you make some beautiful things. You are very, very good with your hands. And she's saying keep going. She did understand about spiritualism and spiritual work, and she did try and join in, but she had too much to do, she was saying. But she enjoyed what she knew. I've also got somebody here that is, I don't know if it's this lady. Would you understand somebody who would have been a pearly queen, pearly king and queens? Because she's showing me the pearly jacket, and she's saying that she used to love going around, especially going down Petticoat Lane on a Sunday morning. And she used to go around, and they used to go around together and go early morning and get the cockles and the whelks and all that sort of thing for towards the lunchtime. She's giving memory of kids playing in the street as well, and everybody was in and out of everybody else's houses. Come on, sweetheart. She's talking. You might not know this, sweetheart, but she wants you to know that even though she went to the pub now and again, she went to play the piano. So I don't know if she played the piano in the pub or somebody she knew played the piano in the pub, but she went to listen to have a milk stout and play the piano. Right, okay, that's absolutely fine. Give me some more details, sweetheart. Come on, come back. Right, okay, thank you. Right, I've just had to ask you to bring herself forward to give you something that you do know, sweetheart. Right, she's going to back to you and what you do spiritually, Ricky. And what she's saying is that you're not sure about the pearly kings and queens. Right, okay. Perhaps there's somebody that you could ask. Okay. But she wants you to know that she's with you, darling. And she's wanting to know that if you see somebody, it is this lady, because she comes around you and watches you work, and she watches you make all these beautiful things. And if you feel somebody tap you on the shoulder, or you feel as though you've got somebody with you, you couldn't understand her accent. It's a bit difficult. No, Ricky. No, I'm talking to Ricky, sweetheart. He's just put on, he couldn't understand her accent because it was Cockney. Right, okay. She just wants you to know that she's around you, sweetheart, and she's very proud of what you're doing. And she's saying, please keep going in the right direction, because that's where you're going, and just keep going up and you will find, okay, sweetheart, she says you will find the pearly kings and queens further down the line in the family. And I'm going to leave that with you, darling, with all the, oh, hang on. What? Right. I've got to give you, oh gosh, I've got to give you that song, The Bells of St. It's not called Oranges and Lemons. And she wants you to listen to that song because that pertains to her and her era. And I'm going to leave that with you, Ricky, and say good night and God bless, and see if Jean's got anything for you, sweetheart.
Ricky, can I just say, sweetheart, I haven't got a gentleman, but I've got Nan. So it's got to be your Nan, sweetheart, your great Nan, who's coming along. And she's coming because she's saying, what, last 6 months, darling, you've not been right. With one thing and another, you've been a bit worried and getting a bit concerned about different things. And she's saying they're doing the best to watch what they can at their side, darling. Okay, I do know that you lost your little dog, sweetheart, and dogs with this lady. Can you understand Nan in the spirit world, darling?
I've been talking to his Nan.
Oh, I can't. We're all crackling again, so I don't know if
oh,
you're still
right,
answering
okay.
something.
Yeah, it's all right, love. It's okay.
Is he still on or is he gone?
No, he's still there. He's just said it's the first time she's been through.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't know what you were on about, so I do apologise.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
But she's coming in with this, Ricky, so you can understand. 6 months ago, darling, you weren't right. You were a bit down, darling, and it was like building you up. She has got the dog. Well, I know you did lost, so I do know about that. All right. She's saying the family's doing well. She says, and it's lovely to see the little ones growing up and being as, she's just said, being as active as they can. So you must have little whirlwinds round your house. Ones what don't sit down and keep running about and that, but they're brilliant like that. I've got one, and one's very quiet. And she's coming in that, Ricky. Can you understand as well, sweetheart, where you've got some tests or some bloods or something to have coming up? Because she's also mentioning about these, darling. Okay, they are sending the healing for you, so I do know things aren't right. And all right, sweetheart. And I've got to give you a birthday in the month of October, darling. Okay, and you've been looking back on memories. You've been talking about what we call the good old days. So you've been looking back, darling, on them days. All right. And she's just given me a big Sunday dinner for you, a big roast. What's that?
Not been many, Jean.
Not been many what?
I don't know. It's
not been many good days, Jean. Ricky. You had a few bad days, love. And she's giving me a big roast for you, big Sunday dinner. She's making reference to that. So you must like your nice dinners, all right? But right,
he's had some bloods done.
But Ricky, can you understand where somebody can't make their mind up, darling, whether they're going vegetarian or they still want to eat meat? Because she's saying they're sending her dizzy, they want to make their mind up if they're going one way or other. All right, because 1 minute they don't want to eat meat, but yeah, then they do. So she's having a laugh about that, sweetheart. Quickly, can I just bring Grandad in? Because I've got Grandad, darling. Not about kids running about. Okay then, sweetheart. Because Grandad's just wanting to come in and just say everything will be all right, lad. And that's how I said everything will be all right, lad. Okay, look forward. You've got to look forward. I don't know what, and I don't know. He's not telling me, sweetheart, but he says, look forward. Okay, so please do that. And can I give you a birthday in the, what we're in now, March? Can I give you a birthday
March.
in the month of May, sweetheart? Talking about the month of May, can I give you a birthday? All right. And keep up the good work. All right, keep up the good work. That's, well, I don't, to be honest, I don't eat a lot of meat. I like my chicken best. Especially where Tony and Michael do it. Oh, and the pork, they do the pork well. All right, so I'm going to leave that with you, Ricky. I hope it's been okay for you, darling. And I'll send a night. Just quickly, Irene, before I go, because I've just got to say that I know our Samantha's divorced Colton, but I've got Colton's brother, Samantha. I hope you're still on. I
She's
feel
just
awful
said
if it
night.
isn't.
She's just said good night. I don't know if she's saying good night to your sister.
Night, mum. Night, mum.
Yeah.
Samantha, I've got a gentleman in the spirit world, and he's talking about Colton. And I'm going to have to ask it because he's saying brother, Colton's brother. Can you please just answer me, please? Is Colton's brother in the spirit world? Because he's saying brother, Colton, brother. I know it might be a bit awkward for you to talk, darling. Right. Can I just... It's not long since gone. It's not long since gone. He must have passed away last year. Got to passed away last year.
Which one? There was
I
three.
don't know the names, Colton. I honestly don't know the names. Oh, let me just think. Oh, this field sounds awful. I can remember one being very slim, and this one's coming through very slim. Slim.
So the slim one out of the three. Yes, she says she knows.
Right. I know it's slim and not very tall. Different. It's so different. Thank you. Because can I just say it's jumped in, though? I just couldn't understand because I didn't know if he'd lost a brother, we were saying brother. Can I just jump in, darling, to say that he's worried? I don't know if you have still that relationship with Colton. I don't know, but he's worried about Colton, love. Can you pass that on? There's private things I can't say, not on screen. So if you want to ring me later because there's things I can't say, or ring me tomorrow at some time because it's concerned about Colton. All right, it's not Byron. I know they've got funny names. Right, I'm going to leave it there, Samantha, because of time. But will you ring me tomorrow, darling, if you don't mind me talking about Colton, because that's always concerned about, love. Okay, and I'll talk to you then. Sorry, I'm going to cut Samantha off at that. Good night. God bless, Samantha.
Right. I just want to read this out to you. From that, Lisa's put something on, and Paul's just answered her. Oh, I don't know what, but Paul says that he doesn't have a guess. Right.
I've told
Okay.
Lisa I'll ring her back.
Right. Okay. Then I'll leave it then, because it's
She's wrote a
right.
message. Sorry, don't mean to butt in your service. Just I'm a little bit worried. Something's wrong with him. That's all. Seen him. And Nana. Yeah, that's it, Tony. Thank you.
Turning off to my dad has paid him. Right. Okay.
You all right?
Yeah. I just. Sorry. I wouldn't have thought there was.
Ring her
You're
later,
going to ring
that's all.
later. Right. Okay then. So let's get back to it then. Right. Oh gosh, we're nearly at time, aren't we? Right.
That's why I said that instead of answering it out.
Right. Okay. I've just got a gentleman that's come forward, and this gentleman. Come on, sweetheart. He hasn't been long in spirit, this gentleman, and he's an elderly gentleman, and he just wants to say thank you to all the people that looked after him while he was poorly. He went downhill quite fast. If that's not the right words, I'm so sorry. I do apologize. He was okay one day, and then he started feeling a little bit ill and a little bit ill, and it within a matter of 2 or 3 months, he was sort of really couldn't do anything. But he just wants to say thank you to those people that looked after him. He's not telling me what he passed with, but he's quite emotional. I would say it was between, come on, darling, give me an age. I don't normally get ages. It wasn't young. I would say he was between 55 and 70, something like that. But I'm not very good at ages. And he lost weight. He's saying that he lost weight because he didn't feel like eating, but he did like his cup of tea. He did like his cup of tea, and he just seemed to just go downhill. He used to like sitting out in the garden as well when he could. He's not giving me a name either. He's just popped in. He wore glasses, this gentleman, and he liked to read his paper. He lived on his own, and somebody went round to see him most days. There wasn't a day, there was only a couple of days where he didn't see somebody, and he had good neighbours as well. Right, Lisa, my granddad went downhill very quickly, stopped eating, needed full care. Right, Lisa, it could be with you then, sweetheart. Right, okay. Well, I don't know if you helped to look after him, sweetheart, or if it was you that went to see him, but he just wants to say thank you, and he's so grateful for all of your help, if you understand that, darling. He just didn't seem to want to be around, and that's the wrong word. He just suddenly just didn't. There was no reason for it. He's saying that you knew about, but he didn't feel right in himself. I don't know if he was telling me that he got quite forgetful as well, Lisa, and he's just saying that he's sorry if he said things that he didn't mean. Right. So when she got, we didn't leave. Right. Okay then, my darling. That's lovely. Thank you. Okay. Well, he just wants to say how grateful he is that you was there for him and that you helped to look after him, sweetheart. And he just wants to let you know that he's okay now. Now that he's in spirit, he's back to his normal self as you would have remembered him. And he's also wanting to let you know that he's also now in turn keeping an eye on you and looking after you. I'll let Jean speak to you later because she'll probably be able to pick up on him better than what I can. He felt off recovery. Right. Okay then, sweetheart. He's just wanting so badly for you to sort of let you know that he's been around you, sweetheart. So I don't know if it's this gentleman that's been turning the television off or and on, or the other things that's been happening, but he's not there to frighten you, sweetheart. He just wants to know that he's there, and he wants to keep you safe. Okay. And he's such a lovely gentleman, and he just comes with all his love for you, darling. And he's just, oh,
So I was just going to say,
yeah,
he wanted to go to, I don't know if it was his wife, Lisa, or
yeah,
another member of the family that he wanted to go to because it got
yeah.
to the stage. Sorry, Harry, for jumping in, but
No,
he's
it's
just
all
here.
right.
He
He
says
didn't want to
it
be
got to
here.
a stage where he didn't want to be here. He said he
He
wanted to
just
go
didn't
to
want
them.
to be here.
And that wasn't nothing
And
against the family, but he didn't want the family to keep having to do what they were doing, bless him. He just thought, you know, weren't an hindrance, you know that.
yeah,
But it got as though he said he didn't want you to keep seeing him like he was. And
He would rather you remember him as he was rather than being, but he just didn't want to be here. He just gave up. He really did. He just gave up. He wants to be with Nana.
He did
One
it.
of the
That's
last
what I'm
things
saying.
he
He
said.
just said I
Yeah,
wanted to go to her, and that's what he was
yeah,
saying. But
yeah,
he just doesn't want anybody to feel the guilt. I know it's come to time, Tony. I'll be 2 minutes. I know he doesn't want anybody to feel the guilt because he says there's
yeah.
nothing to be guilty for. You did everything you can. It was him what just wanted to leave the earth plane, darling. He wanted to go to the family. So don't feel guilty, and anyone else who helped. Can I give you the 17th sweetheart? Because he's talked about the 17th means something. Okay. And I've also,
Yeah, but the
yeah,
other
bless
thing
him.
with that is that when you lost Nan, it broke his heart. So what with that, and with him going downhill, he wasn't happy, and he just wanted to be with his spirit family. Sometimes it happens, bless him.
But
He
you haven't got to,
16th of February he passed.
well, I
So
just know you
I
haven't
knew it
got
hadn't
to
been
be,
long.
to feel guilty in any way, sweetheart.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Lisa, if it's okay, or if you send me your phone number and I'll ring you tomorrow. If not, I'll try to I think I'm friends with you on Facebook, aren't I? I will ring you tomorrow and we'll
Oh,
discuss what's going on.
it's absolutely
Yeah, he
truly
wanted to
did
be with her. But he
when
doesn't want,
Nana went.
all right, darling, but I've got you on Facebook, so I'll contact you tomorrow and we'll go through with what you've already said, if that's okay.
Oh, blimey!
What's
Then
the
he lost
doctor?
his daughter. Oh, Lisa,
I
I'm
don't know,
so
Lisa.
sorry. We'll send you some healing, sweetheart, and but he just jumped in there right at the end, and he must have been listening in and reading that message that you put on earlier, because he knows that you're a little bit upset with what's going on in your house, and he says don't be, because it's just me. I just want to be,
Yeah, don't be
to let you
scared,
know that I'm
Lisa.
okay, and you're not to be scared, sweetheart. You're not to be scared at all. Okay. And Jean will speak to you tomorrow, and then I'll speak to Jean later after she spoke to you. All their love, both of them, all their love for you, sweetheart. And I'm going to say good night and God bless.
Well, we have come to time anyway, Irene.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
are.
it's not a problem, sweetheart. She's
Thank you.
just said,
Oh,
appreciate your time. I'm really, truly, very grateful. You are very, very welcome. He didn't go to. Oh, bless him. It's no wonder that he's a little bit upset, isn't he? He didn't go to his daughter's funeral.
can't be helped, sweetheart. They'd forgive.
No.
Don't worry.
Yeah. All
Right.
right.
We'll say thank you to everyone for joining us this evening. And hope our Tony's been behaving himself behind there as well.
Yeah.
And just had a cup of tea. Because we can't see what's going off behind that screen, or if you're in the kitchen. So
Yeah,
behave.
exactly.
And we're all sending you healing, and hopefully next week you might be able to get on and have a chat with everybody with us as well, Tony. I know I talked
Yeah.
to Michael, or I'd speak to you and I just you grunt
Yeah.
at me. But it'd be nice to see you back on as soon as possible, because everybody does miss you, and as you can see, they all send you the love. We will
Yeah.
close in prayer.
Hopefully
Then,
Sunday night, people,
yes, I was just going to say
6:30.
that.
Oh, sorry,
6
Jean.
Thursday. I know, I forgot. 6 Thursday, Sunday. We'll be here. Me and Irene. I can't, like I said, I can't speak for Tony yet because I don't think he will. His voice is still no good. But me and Irene will be here Sunday.
Yeah.
6:30 while 8, divine service if you'd like to join us. And then Monday, obviously, Tony has the night off because of his voice anyway, plus he needs rest. Then
But again,
Thursday
we'll be
afternoon, we
here.
should be back Thursday afternoon. It was just yesterday we couldn't do it. That's Thursday
Yeah.
afternoon at 1 o'clock. Then back Friday, 7 while 8. I can't tell you what's going on with Pastures Green or Little Port because I don't know, so I do apologise. But you find that on Tony's page if you look. They'll be able to tell you. Okay, so if you'd like to join me in the closing prayer, please. Thank you, Father, once again for bringing our loved ones forward and our friends, just to prove that life is eternal, to send love and reassurance, Father, to each and every one. We also ask, Father, like Irene said earlier, that the homeless get shelter, get food and get warmth. Also the animal kingdom, Father, and the children of today, to the war-torn countries, also to Mother Earth, Father. Anyone who is taking their transition back home to you and their families, have a safe journey. We'll send love and healing to the family and friends which are left on the earth plane. We also say, Father, once again, I know we keep going on about Tony, but if he doesn't rest, Father, you'll know he'll be getting a thump off me.
And
So
me.
I'm going to make him sure of that, because he will feel it. So he needs to rest up. And everyone else, Father, who needs the healing, they know the need, who need it, Father, not letting people think that it's foolish or artful if they don't ask for healing for themselves. Everyone can ask for healing for each and every one, Father. We ask for this in all your name, which is love. Amen.
Amen.
Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
Amen.
Night, everybody. Take care.
Good night,
Have a lovely
everybody.
weekend.
God bless. Stay